an Italian supermodel in a red dress. This new Punto Evo is even more attractive than the already head-turning Punto that's been in India since 2009. Specially designed for India, its styling is quite similar to the Aventura crossover concept we first saw at Auto Expo 2014. And that manifests itself in the all-new front-end design.
Well, Fiat has taken the concept of a facelift very seriously, and as you can see, they've gone the whole hog on the new Punto. The front end of it is almost completely all new. You have the brand new grille with lots of chrome elements. There's just lots of chrome elements on this car, period. But up here, as you can see, the Fiat logo is moved from where it was on the grille to up here onto the bonnet. The bonnet has these nice speed creases and speed bumps happening. That looks very good. The headlamps are a lot more swept back and angular. There's lots of little black elements in there that make them look very premium. There are new chrome surrounds for the fog lamps. Fog lamps are new as well. In fact, the front end of this car looks very new and it looks pretty good too.
Move beyond the windscreen and you'll notice the changes are less dramatic. Fiat has thankfully not tinkered too much with the Punto's striking proportions and profile, but what it does gain are smart new alloy wheels and even more ground clearance. This diesel Punto is now 185mm off the ground, while the petrol Puntos sport an SUV-like 195mm of ground clearance. The rear has also been substantially restyled with a new rear bumper with chrome surrounds for the auxiliary lights, but the standout features are the beautifully crafted clear lens tail lamps with glowing LED strips that give the car a striking and instantly recognizable identity. The styling updates carry over into the cabin as well, and the Punto now looks a lot like the newly updated Linea with a modern dashboard and smarter materials. The more powerful Puntos, like our current test car, come with all black interiors, while the other variants get a combination black and beige trim. Textured soft plastics on the dash and a piano black finish for the center console lift the ambience further, though you still see some hard plastics and rough edges. Space in the rear is still a bit limited, though you now get a new rear AC vent as well. Other features include an updated sound system, climate control, and steering mounted audio controls. The Punto Evo will launch with 4 engine options, 1.2 litre and 1.4 litre petrols, and 2 specs of the 1.3 litre multi-jet diesel with 75 and 92 brake horsepower respectively. The car I'm driving today is equipped with the sportier 92 bhp motor.
But really, Fiat hasn't made too many changes to this engine, and so it is pretty much just like we remember. That means it is quite laggy. Power and torque only really start coming through after 2200 RPM, at which point the car does tend to get a move on. But as we've said in the past, even though this is Fiat's engine, this 1.3 litre multi-jet diesel engine, Maruti and even Tata Motors tend to derive better performance, smoother performance out of the engine, and that still holds true.
Simply put, even the sportier motor doesn't really have the zing you expect from a performance diesel. I also sampled the 75 bhp variant, which has been updated with taller gearing. But while it does reduce the number of gear changes required in city conditions and makes the Punto a more relaxed highway cruiser, it still lacks punch, and that's a pity because more oomph would have really highlighted the Punto's strengths.
There are 2 aspects of the Punto that no one could ever really fault. You know what I'm talking about, right? The ride and the handling. Well, take a deep breath and relax because all of that is just the same. The ride quality is still excellent. The hydraulic steering is still very precise, gives you a lot of feedback. It really is good to use. And it's when you go around corners that the Punto's Italian DNA really shines through.
While the massive ground clearance does give the Punto a fair bit of body roll, it is still fantastic around corners with great grip on offer. The 195/55 section tyres and well-judged suspension also contribute to the fabulous ride quality. This car remains unfazed by anything our monsoon rutted roads throw at it.
So the Punto Evo looks even hotter than before, and it has a properly attractive and well-equipped cabin. The ride and handling are still brilliant, but equally the engines and powertrains still lack that final little bit of zing that you want this car to have. This then is another proper head versus heart decision. Sure, there are better equipped, better rounded packages out there in the premium hatchback segment, but we expect Fiat to price the new Punto Evo on par with the outgoing Punto. And at that kind of pricing, the pull that this car exerts on your emotions every time you look at it will grow even stronger. And for a lot of people, it's going to be really hard to resist.